Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Far Lands or Bust. Is the coast clear, Wolfie? Possibly. I do not hear the skeletons. Perhaps we have some fresh skeleton residue to collect up top. Yes, we do. That guy was close. Oh, but there's no arrows. Oh, hey, guy. Oh, gosh, that guy is hostile. Hostile. All right. Let's... How many arrows do we got? Like a stack. We could take this guy out. We can take this guy out. Padow! Badang! And a miss. And a shoot. And how many arrows does it take to kill you guys? There we go. Morning murder. Alright, we're back. Let me secure the hidey hole. Like that. Let me grab Wolfie. Everything else is clear. The coast is clear. Okay, I was concerned. I didn't know if you could recollect arrows after you miss. Oh, there's a zombie. All right, things are not clear. Let's continue on west, which is, that's the sun right there, this way. So let's go. Far Lands or Bust. This will be, and is, episode 288. Mental. It is Wednesday, August 28th, 2013. And here comes a creeper. Holy crap. Don't look at him. Alright, alright. Whoa, no. Yep, Wolfie, let's just keep a move on. Whew. That was close. That was very close. They blend in very well with this very bright green grass. Alright, you stay there, guy. Anyway, whew. Like I said, Wednesday, August 28th, and we're still going to PAX this weekend. I am departing tomorrow, Thursday, and I'll be arriving in the evening, so I can hopefully... I'm terrible at sleeping in hotels. I mean, I'm not terrible. I'm not like, how do you lose this bed? I mean, I'm not very... I don't sleep well in hotels. Pillows are never quite right, and there's always some noise, or next to the elevator, or something. So I'm hoping to sleep well, and we will set forth on Friday with the first day of PAX, and all will be rainbows and sunshine. Right, Wolfie? Indeed. And yeah, and looking forward to, on that Friday, the Child's Play charity panel is Friday at 4 o'clock p.m. That is a place I will be sure to be. So, like I said, I don't really have any specific plans. I can't say I will be here at this time or there at that time or whatever, but I can say that I will be at the Child's Play charity panel. So that's the first place I can for sure... I can for sure give you advance notice as to my locale. But speaking of Child's Play charity, I guess I should update. We are still obviously raising money for Child's Play charity here through Far Lands or Bust. Over at farlandsorbust.com, currently at $42,974.50 raised this season. Our goal is $100,000, so we're almost at 43%. I think at 50%, we're going to have to do something special. I know I've said milestones before, and they never happen, just because it gets to the point where you guys keep raising money, and I fall further and further behind. But seriously, 50% has to be a thing, because that's amazing. That would be $50,000 this season for Child's Play charity from you guys. This is your achievement. So. Obviously, live stream is the default thing, maybe a little celebratory live stream. Last season, at 50%, we had a 5-hour live stream. Wasn't Far Lands or Bust the whole way through, like Flub-a-thon is, but something. I'll probably have to relearn how to live stream as well, because a lot, I think, has changed with Twitch and the programs associated with it and all that stuff, so... Look forward to that. So whenever that happens, after we return from PAX, maybe a few weeks or something like that, we can figure out some sort of celebratory situation to figure out. But I do appreciate the continued donations, and you can always leave a comment with your donations and a question with that, and I'll try to answer whatever and whenever on Farlands Bust your questions about anything and everything, perhaps of my choosing. I pick and choose questions. I'm not guaranteed to answer every question no matter what, but yeah, I do appreciate it. And I am going to, as promised, because I'm going to be out from Thursday through the weekend, I am going to record this Friday's episode of Farlands or Bust ahead of time, so I'll be recording. I'll probably take a break between this one and that one. I won't be doing a straight through 6-day long recording here, Minecraft day long recording, so I'll probably take a break and then record that. So obviously I won't have new numbers to provide for Friday's episode, but there will be an episode. Hopefully we can get through a lot of these questions that have piled up from you guys. So yeah, PAX. Trying not to freak out like I often do before traveling. Ooh, we need to create some new shears. The shears have been shorn. Boop. I generally do overreact. I am a little bit of a OCD-ish when it comes to packing and preparing for travel. I don't know what it is. I'm always concerned about not packing the right things. I definitely didn't pack the right things for Minecon Paris. Much colder than I anticipated it was going to be, and I was freezing pretty much the entire time. There was a lot of outdoorsy walking, and it was very humid and damp and raining all the time, and it was, aside from being a great experience, as Minecon was, it was a physically horrifying experience. Hey guy, there's an upswing of creeper activity lately. I'll have to check the jet stream to see if it's doing anything weird. But no, always concerned about that. I've been trying to simplify a bit. The last few times I've traveled, I've tried to travel exclusively with carry-on luggage, which always kind of helps you decide what to pare down, what to bring. And, you know, I'm not planning on getting very dirty or sweaty or anything like that, so I can always rewear an overshirt. Obviously, jeans and shoes and things are re-wearable items. One of the pieces of travel advice that I've read is you always try, you know, your brain wants to prepare for every scenario and every worst case scenario, like, oh, well, this might happen, so I'll need this extra pair of shoes, or this might happen, and I might need this medication or bottle of this or that or the other. And you should actually, in order to save yourself both hassle and weight and time and money, you should plan for the best case scenario. And then if something not too nominal happens, then you can buy your way out of a bad case scenario. It's especially easy when you're traveling within your home country, within the United States. I know that around the corner, somewhere in Seattle, there has to be some sort of pharmacy or a shopping area or something. So if, for whatever reason, my shoes get destroyed, I can in a pinch buy my way out with a new pair of shoes or something like that. So, or whatever would come up. So plan for the best case scenario, and then in all likelihood it will be the best case scenario, and you won't need to buy yourself out of a worst case scenario. And then you have lighter luggage, less things to lose. Less things to hassle over during packing and unpacking and stuff like that. So that's the way my plan is going forth, and it allows you to kind of concentrate a little bit more on the destination and enjoying your actual trip than, say, the logistics of the trip. So I'm trying. I can't say I've perfected the art of stress-free travel, but trying, very much trying. And it helps. One of the things I've also tried to do is travel, for flights anyway, is try to get flights in convenient times. They're usually more expensive, yes, but it just saves your heart so many heart attacks later on in life when you don't have to, like, drive through, you know, like, say, if you have a 10 a.m. flight, but that means you have to be at the airport at 8 a.m., which means you have to drive through rush hour traffic, everybody who's also trying to just get to work for the day. Travel is stressful enough You don't want to then arrive at the airport stressed out because you've just spent an hour and a half in bumper-to-bumper traffic trying to get to the airport and freaking out if you're even going to get there in time. So that's kind of a... I've definitely scheduled my departures and arrivals around that. But I did have a little bit of stress, as I mentioned in the previous episode, about my vehicle. And I'll update you on that in the morning. Indeed. Careful, Wolfie. That is a little bit of a drop down there, but I think you'll be fine. So yeah, my car, which I do require to travel to the airport, decided that it would drop another cylinder. It didn't drop a cylinder. It basically amounts to the cylinder shutting down because the last time this happened in November, prior to Paris Minecon, the fuel injector was clogged or broken or something, and they had to replace that and a whole bunch of other things that probably didn't need to be replaced, but they talked me into it. Well, they didn't really talk me into it. They said, this has to be replaced because this, that, or the other. I'm like, who am I to say no? I have no idea. But anyway, happened again. On Monday, it started, what is this? Cool. Ooh. On Monday, it started happening again, so right away I drop it off at the place, and I'm like, hey, this happened before, happening again, please advise. And it's been fixed, and this morning I got up early and picked it up, and same thing, same part, the part they replaced, so I was concerned about the money. I do not need to be concerned because it was free. Well, I technically, if you remove the fact that I lost a bunch of time, didn't get a video up yesterday because of it, but it was covered by the warranty, so I did not have to pay for that the new part or labor. So that's good, and it seems to be running in tip-top shape, although I'm a little bit concerned about the reliability of that part or some sort of associated system with it, so the future might hold further problems with that, and it's just more and more of an eye-opener that, yes, perhaps it may be high time to consider upgrades to the vehicle, as in, like, replacing it with a newer vehicle. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not one to really get... Ooh. Oh, it's not actually that deep. Too fancy with cars. I don't see the point in getting too fancy of a car or expensive or souped up or bling blingity bling, because it's just going to get dinged up and roughed up in a grocery store parking lot anyway, so we'll consider that. We'll wait until maybe after Minecon to worry about stuff like that, because those are some expenses that need to be taken care of prior to that. But yeah, that out of the way, that stress is now out of the way, and we can now, like I said, concentrate on stressing about PAX. Oh, I just did a double tap to try the sprint jump over that. Bye, Wolfie. Oh, nice recovery. So yeah, PAX coming up. We're all set. Gotta record this, the next episode of Flob. I was considering recording, like, something else, a main series for tomorrow, Thursday. I don't know that I'll have enough time to do that. Again, I want to say stress-free. I can tomorrow, however, start that little bit of a fun, goofy, secret little series game that I've played that I'll be able to... I have enough episodes, it worked out perfectly to have one go up every day that I'm away at PAX, so maybe that'll start tomorrow instead. A lot of fun with that one. I'll probably talk about it in the next episode because it will be past tense since then. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. But yeah, PAX, like I said, the Kerbal Space Program guy. Oh no, I didn't say that yet. Ooh, spoilers. The Child's Play charity panel is at 4 on this Friday, so I'll be attending that. But also, I don't really have... I've looked through all the panels and I'm like, yeah, I can see that or not. I'll just kind of play it by ear. Like if somebody else, like Brian or Good or Pause or somebody wants to go to this or that other panel, I'll be like, sure, I'll go with that. But the Child's Play charity one is the only one I really want to go to until I found out that the Kerbal Space Program developers, or at least 3 of them. Harvester, C4, and I'm afraid I don't remember who else are going to be at PAX. That was surprising. I just discovered this yesterday. And they are going to be part of a panel with also the DayZ devs. On Monday at 11 a.m., they're on the panel called The Benefits of Players Writing Their Own Stories in Video Games, which is an appropriate panel for them to be a part of since they don't have a campaign or storyline mode of Kerbal Space Program yet. So I'll be definitely attending that, and I don't know if they'll have any sort of booth or setup for Kerbal Space Program. That would be a place for me to kind of maybe visit at a time, and maybe I'll tweet out, hey, I'm at the Kerbal Space Program booth for the next 30 minutes or whatever. If you're here, that's where I'm at. Come by, say hello. But it'll be cool to meet those guys. Those guys have been very supportive of myself, obviously, and just the Let's Play environment as a whole, to the mutual benefit of us and their game, and very, very excited to meet those folks. So yeah, so that's the only other panel, 2 panels on my list out of the like 60 or whatever that go on over the weekend. The Child's Play charity panel and the one with the Kerbal Space Program devs, Benefits of Players Writing Their Own Stories in Games is what that one's called. So yeah, plans. Oh, Wolfie. Oh, hello. Let's see. Let's go. Let us go back into the normalcy that is Far Lands or Bust, answering questions from donators and commenters and things. And yeah, I don't think I had really any other points of interest to talk about traveling to PAX. Brian has already uploaded a video, kind of a pre-PAX video. He's there with Vaughn, just Vaughn. Went in early this week, so they're doing like pre-PAX, checking out Seattle and things like that. So that's cool. And yeah, just I'm taking it easy. I'm just going to enjoy. I mean, really, if I could just go with the pants on my body and the shirt on my back and my bag full of Mindcrack in Far Lands or Bust handouts, that's what I would do. But we want to prepare for the best case scenario, but I don't think the best case scenario includes me being able to wear the same clothes for 6 days in a row. But anyway, let's answer some questions. And if I do think of anything PAX this weekend related, I'll bring it up. But from an anonymous donator, they asked, Kurt, what is your computer setup? Processor, graphics card, OS, etc. Short answer, you can find out at farlandsorbust.com. And while you're at it on the homepage, donate to Child's Play charity, see? At farlandsorbust.com, in the About page, there's a little FAQs thing with a fancy pants jQuery, clicky and slidey openy thing. A lot of those frequently asked questions about Far Lands or Bust, the jitteriness, the charity, etc. Are there, but also my computer specs are there, because that's something that people are interested in. It's getting up there. Well, technology speaking, it's getting up there. I built it in March of, not this year, but last year, so 2012, I think, February, March. All the specs are there. It's a Pentium K overclocked processor. The K processors are nice because they have the hyper-threading. It's a quad-core, but the hyper-threading with video processing is extremely helpful to then have 8 processes to be able to run off of. For those of you who don't know what that means, that's a shame. And I don't have a 600 series graphics card. I have the 570. Oh, I need wooden planks. Are there trees behind me? I think there might be. In the distance. Well, maybe we can boat a little bit and then find some trees. Decent graphics card. It does well. I've started to notice that some of the latest games I can't run on full things, like Grid 2. I can't run full. Tomb Raider was pretty good, but I had to dial some things back, but not anything to scoff at all. It's doing its job quite well. I like to skip a generation of things. So while I could have upgraded to like the 680 graphics card, I'll wait, and they are starting to come out with the 700 series. I'll wait for kind of I usually go for the mid-range. You know, there's normally like the 660, the 670, and the 680. I'll go for the 70, the mid, because it's usually everything that the top tier one is, but for like half the price and like 90% of the performance. So it's like, why would you want anything else? So I'll wait for that, but by that time, I'll probably just be building a new computer. So there's that. What else have I got? I've got 16 gigs of RAM. I've got two 24-inch monitors that are 16 by 10 aspect ratio. I've tried the widescreen ones, you know, the 1080p ones monitors, and it doesn't look right to me. I've grown up on the 16 by 10 as a monitor, and you get your extra so many vertical pixels. It's just, I like it a lot better that way. I've got two monitors like that. I've got blah 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 blah. Nothing too special. But it's here, and you can find the details, the nitty-gritty details, like I said, at farlandsorbust.com. Let's go to sleep. Freak out. Dun, dun, dun. No, let's not freak out. Let's go to sleep. Oh, I tried to do I can't do it. That was okay. That was an alright one. I'll stick with that. I'm like, what is that? That's a boat. That's where I just came from. Let's continue on. Let's knock down some floating sand because we can't have things defying the laws of gravity. Whee! Next question from Etch. Despite being an introvert, do you have any crazy stories from the teenage ages? I have already told the arrested story. I think that's probably the crazy story. I did not do parties or anything like that, to be honest, so, you know, not too many crazy stories from the teenage years, and not too much that I really, honestly, care to remember. I also, in the previous episodes, talked about that sort of stuff, about selectively remembering things. I'm a different person now. That's basically how I look at it. So it's not even the same person that sort of stuff happened or did or stuff that occurred to. So that's basically how that cookie crumbles. So sorry. I appreciate your donation, obviously, Etch, but I don't. I will say in my teenage years, I had no idea what an introvert was, or that it was what I preferred to be. So it was definitely more of a struggle in terms of, you're not supposed to be, you know, school and group projects and modern society tells you, popular culture tells you that you're not supposed to be shy. You need to be outgoing and make contacts and friends and blah, 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 blah. So it was never, I never really accepted it. If I could go back and say, hey, it's normal to be shy. You don't need friends. Screw those guys. They're not your friends, and, you know, just be yourself and have, you know, enjoy, you know, your time alone. Don't think that there's anything wrong with it. So, sorry, I'm sure you were looking for, like, crazy haha stories. I think Good's the guy you want to go for crazy stories about people losing body parts and strange stories swimming in lakes and stuff like that. So that's the channel you want to check out for crazy stories. From Jeremy I. Jeremy you, Jeremy I, Jeremy them. Oh, that was a tumble or something happened multiple times. Come over here. I need to bring your health back up. Boop, boop, boop. And for those of you who don't know, it's the tail. You can tell the health of a wolf in Minecraft via the tail. If it's up like that, that means he's full-ish health. If it's down, that means he's lost health. Wolves aren't really things people use anymore. Even your cats, even less so. I remember, they've added cats and you can tame them and they keep creepers away, but nobody really cares to tame cats anymore, except in situations of what's the word I want to of scamming on multiplayer servers. Having a bit of fun, I suppose. But Jeremy I asked, do you read what science fiction books do you read? And any suggestions that might be more obscure? Did I already answer this question? I feel like it. If I did, I know I recently talked about books. I don't read that much, if at all. So I'm afraid I have 0 science fiction books to recommend or to say that I've read. I did, however, it's a long flight from Chicago to Seattle for PAX. And I did find and acquire an MP3 of Carl Sagan's Pale Blue Dot audiobook. So what I'm going to do, I've tried about 5 or 6 times to start reading that. I really want to, and I've read the first chapter like 5 or 6 times, but I never follow through. So I'm kind of back and forth, but I'm going to think about bringing the actual book, but then listening to I need trees. But then listening to, have a seat, Wolf, here. I'm going to get all right, or you just run that way. That's fine, too. Sit. Or I'm going to, I'm going to bring the book with and listen simultaneously as I read to the audiobook. Or, like I said, keeping things simple, less things to pack and worry about. So I'll leave the book at home, and then we'll just listen to the audiobook that way. But a lot of you guys, whenever I talk about not being an avid or at all reader, mostly based on the fact that I'm a really slow reader and it's not enjoyable because of my lack of haste in reading stuff. A lot of you suggested audiobooks, so I've taken those suggestions and I will try them out on the flight. Oh, perfect stack on the flight to Seattle. So yeah, thank you very much for that donation and question, Jeremy. Anonymously asked, well, no, that's not their name. I mean, this person anonymously asked if you could see anything happen in the future, be it a technological innovation, a change, or whatever, what would you like to see the most? You could probably guess that I would like to see the further exploration, scientific exploration of our solar system and space. Obviously, the future, I'm thinking short-term future, that obviously that would require a lot more of a public and political shift in priorities for space exploration and scientific knowledge. And, we would need to explore. Mars gets all the headlines, and yes, it would be an incredible thing to put humans on Mars, so that would definitely be one of the things. I'm not sure how much science we would gain from that. Obviously, humans are much better than robots at doing a variety of tasks. I think it would be a better experience and experiment based on just to test the long-term space flight effects, capabilities, adaptations that we can make in the possibilities of inhabiting or colonizing another planet. Obviously, the only one within arm's reach is Mars right now, so that's the first and only place to do it for us right now. So I think that would be good. I don't believe that terraforming Mars is ever going to be a thing. I mean, maybe, I don't know, if we're talking thousands of years is what it would need for that to happen. So I don't find that particularly feasible or really necessary. But there's that stuff. But yeah, in addition to Mars, as I was trying to say, I would like to see more exploration of places like Europa. Like I mentioned, the Europa Report, a very cool sci-fi movie I can recommend, not a book, but the Europa Report, exploring that, trying to search for other life within the solar system, or past life even, doesn't have to be current life, but that I don't know. I'm a little bit hesitant to say that it would be such a globally, socially, theologically, scientifically altering discovery as many people seem to say it would be. I want it to be. It would be nice, but I just wonder about the general population's full understanding of the implications and perhaps resistance to understanding the implications. The scientific community as a whole has pretty much already agreed that, yeah, there's got to be no proof yet, so we can't say for certain, but there has got to be other life out there. If not in the solar system, that might be a lot less of a chance. If not in the solar system, then definitely within our galaxy, if not absolutely within the rest of the universe, just based on all these planets we're finding and within the habitable zones of their parent stars and the vast unlikelihood in the infinite universe in which we live in that this Earth planet around this simple, mediocre star is the only one that has brought about life and, more amazingly, conscious and intelligent life. So the scientific community, what I'm getting at, already would rock the scientific community and those scientifically literate and interested people. But as a whole, I'm a little bit reluctant to say that, like, it would bring the world to its knees. I'm not sure. I would like for that to be such a thing, and for it to be a kind of a paradigm shift in how we then end up treating each other and the other life on this planet and throughout the solar system and universe and galaxy. But I'm a little bit pessimistic about that. But I mean, obviously, I'm not also just solely first and foremostly, yes, the space exploration and scientific exploration and understanding our origins, and then which helps us understand the potential origins of other beings, life in the galaxy is a thing. But obviously, other technological innovations we need to figure out. I think the most pressing is energy. Where are we going to find the energy to maintain current life and the ever-expanding human life on this planet in a sustainable and non-damaging way? And perhaps that means we will have to do so in a much more, what's the word I'm looking for, balanced way, so that, 0.5% of the population of the world isn't consuming half of the energy on the planet, sort of situation. Obviously, I myself and a lot of the people, if you have the internet and if you have a computer or device for watching the internet, then you're probably in that top percent that consumes over 50% of the energy and resources on the planet. So yeah, there's obviously that's a little bit more immediately concerning and personally concerning as humans. But I maybe, like they always say, the exploration of space will bring forth those technologies and bring forth that global, universal perspective on the world and blah, 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 blah. Neil deGrasse Tyson quotes. Let's just get them all out of the way. But yeah, anyway, that's the end of this episode 288. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to probably eat lunch, and then I'm going to record episode 289 for release on Friday, when I will be away at PAX. And like I said, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/KurtJMac. That is going to be the most immediate way. Granted, I have network connectivity. The most immediate way that you will find updates about what's going on, when things are going on, where I'm at. If I say, yes, let's meet somewhere, fans, etc., that is the place you want to check. I will probably not at much or at all be able to check YouTube comments or inboxes or anything like that. But yeah. Woo! PAX! Get excited. Woo! Pants. Packing my pants. But anyway, thanks so much. Blah. I feel like I'm not actually finishing because I have to record right after this, but donate, farlandsbus.com, Child's Play Charity, toys, books, and games to kids in hospitals around the world, childsplaycharity.org, learn more about that. If you're at PAX, check out the Child's Play Charity panel. I will be there. What else? Nothing else. I'm starting to get like schizophrenic like I do with packing, but with the end of the episode. But yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. My name is Kurt. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time. And at PAX, maybe. Woo!